Welcome to Email Extinguisher and Shrink Your Inbox. Folks, this is a weight loss module. Weight loss of your inbox. We're going to reduce the amount of email you have coming in with simple management techniques and tools. As always, download the workbook to follow along and have access to the resources noted throughout the presentation. Pause the webinar as much as you need to if you want to change settings yourself or look up a program or tool. If you invested in the bonus tools when you purchased the program, you received a video on efficient Gmail settings. This is a great accompaniment to this webinar. So do you ever feel like you're constantly putting out fires in your inbox, overwhelmed by the number coming in, and know there is a better system to use? I'm going to help you. I'm going to focus on Outlook and Gmail when I speak specifically about settings and functions, since those are the two most popular email management systems. For people who use other systems like Yahoo or Hotmail, the behaviors can still be learned, and you probably have some of the same abilities in your settings as well. A lot of what comes in our inbox isn't even necessary. We think by just deleting or ignoring them, they aren't having an effect on us. This is incorrect. Every time we decide to delete or skip over an email, we are making a decision. We want to cut down on the decision making and see only what's important. Would you allow your physical trash can to overflow with old letters, junk, and food you didn't eat? Then why do you keep them in your inbox? Clutter isn't just physical, it's also digital, and it makes our brains have to search and figure it out. People keep newsletters and subscriptions that they don't want coming into their mailbox for multiple reasons. One, they're just too lazy to scroll to the bottom and unsubscribe, thinking that it takes less time to just delete it. This is wrong because besides the decision making every time, we get them repeatedly, sometimes for years, and we're doing this multiple times. Also, they don't have an easy way to unsubscribe or don't know what to unsubscribe to. Some things are hard to unsubscribe from, or they take multiple steps. 3, they're afraid they'll hurt someone's feelings by unsubscribing. 4, they keep telling themselves that they do want to read it. They just don't have time to right now. Do you find yourself not unsubscribing based on one of these things? Stop shoulding on yourself. Every time you say, I should read this newsletter, I should read this blog post, I should check out this professional development email, ask yourself why. If you haven't made the time yet, it must not be that important. Also, sometimes we sign up for things that at the time do provide value to us, but then later down the road, we don't need it anymore. Like when we're shopping for a house. Once we buy one, we no longer need to receive emails for home buyers. If I buy a pair of shoes at Zappos, and I'm only buying shoes twice a year, I don't need all of their promotional emails because I'm only going to buy shoes twice a year. If you feel bad about unsubscribing because you know the business or the company, stop. If the topic doesn't apply to you and you are subscribed because they are your friend or you know them, it's time to get over the guilt. I have my own newsletter at marceyrader.com, and I don't even look at the names of people who unsubscribe or subscribe. I go through my list quarterly and I remove anyone who hasn't opened an email in 6 months. I remove them myself. The reason why I do this is because keeping people on my newsletter list that don't open my emails skews my results. If I have 5,000 people on my newsletter list and 5% open it, that's not great. If I have 500 on my list and 40% open it, then those people are really my target audience and are finding value, and those are the people that I should be marketing to. Having all the other people on there doesn't even help me as a business owner. Having a bunch of newsletters or posts in our mailbox that we should read just makes us feel bad when we can't get to it. And if you haven't opened it in the last 30 days, unsubscribe. One easy way to unsubscribe from all of those emails are to use a program called Unroll Me. This works with Hotmail, Outlook, MSN, Windows Live, Gmail, Google Apps, Yahoo, AOL, iCloud. After you sign up, Unroll Me combs through your inbox and finds all of your newsletters and subscriptions. Then you can easily unsubscribe, roll up, or keep in your inbox. Then you get one email on a digest every day that has all the newsletters and subscriptions you received that day. And you can just quickly scan and see what you want to view in one email rather than 5 emails. So in this example, this was mine, and I had unsubscribed from 702 total since I started using this a couple years ago, newsletters and subscriptions and notifications. I've rolled up 94 into my inbox, and I've kept into my roll-up, and I've kept 83 in my inbox. Now, some of those aren't just newsletters. Sometimes it's really any kind of email that's coming from an account that's business related can sometimes show up in your roll-up. So over on the right was a roll-up that I received one day that I only had 2 things in it, and I can quickly see that maybe I want to open up the Triangle AMA, and I'll just click on that, and then it'll open up, and I'll get to see what events are this week. But if I don't want to see it at all, then I can just get rid of that email that would have been 2 emails, and now I'm just getting rid of 1. But some days I might have 5 or 6 in there, and so it's easy to just scroll 1 email rather than 5 or 6. Now, one disclaimer. Unroll Me requests access to your contacts to make sure that you receive your roll-up email in your inbox and not in your spam filter. Unroll Me uses authentication services such as Gmail's OAuth to access its users' data. So in short, if you have a Gmail or an Outlook.com account, they never have access to your login info. If you have a Yahoo, AOL, or iCloud account, they do because those systems don't currently have an authenticator, but Unroll Me does encrypt it. Now, you do need to keep up with it. Every day, if you receive a new notification, newsletter, or subscription, you'll see a blue bar that will tell you that you have a new subscription in your inbox. And you have to click on that bar and make a decision to unsubscribe, roll up, or keep it in your inbox. Often people will say that Unroll Me isn't working, but it's because they haven't kept it current. If you can't use Unroll Me or you choose not to, set aside 25 minutes, no more, and do searches for your newsletters and subscriptions and start unsubscribing. If you use Outlook, then you can just search by person or sender, and then you can see all your Macy's emails at once, all your Amazon emails at once, and you can go through and quickly unsubscribe. It's a one-shot deal. So rather than deleting every time you get it for the next several years, if you just do a quick search, if you shop online, search for Macy's wherever you go and unsubscribe. Then over the course of the next week, be very conscious of every email, newsletter, or subscription that comes in your inbox. Does it add value to your life? Do you get good information from it? Is it serving you? If not, unsubscribe. For emails you don't want to unsubscribe from or can't unsubscribe from, like particular notifications, you can create rules in Outlook and filters in Gmail. These are the emails you may want access to, but can be filtered to a folder instead of your inbox if you don't need to look at it. Or if you don't need them, it can be sent straight to the trash.